Hey, Josh the Balloon Guy here. And I've been doing household tools. Uh, I figured I would continue today. Because why wouldn't I? But I'm going to take a white 160. We're going to make a fork. All right, we're going to blow that 160 up about halfway. Not going to use all of that, but this is also the same method I use to make a trident. But a trident is not a household tool. A trident is a fishing tool, or uh, a battle implement. But the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to go down and make it about a 2 finger bubble, maybe 3 finger. I guess it ended up being a 3 finger bubble. And a pinch twist, a spacer bubble, another pinch twist, and then very similar to the cactus, I'm going to go down. And in this case, because I need the fork to be a little bit longer, we're going to go about 6 fingers. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and double that up. Back up into that pinch twist. Now, I said this is very similar to how I make the trident. It does really end up being a trident rather than a fork, because it's only going to have 3 tines. And I'm gonna specify that here because my wife will call me out on that. That's not a fork. Just like a little kid would. Yes, I have had those particular children that that's not what you said that was. And that's why we remind them it's concept art. All right. Sorry. So went down, came back up, made a double in the middle. And so you could, turn that sideways and call it a fork, because then it'll have 4 tines. Why not do that? Do another spacer bubble, another pinch twist, and finish off with, again, a matching 3 finger bubble. Go ahead and tie that off. Tear it off, tie it off. All right. There we go. And me realizing that if I turn it sideways, then it really does become a fork. And I'm going to take some scissors that I have handy, trim off the nozzle and the end of the balloon as well, just to clean it up. And while, I could make a spoon to go with it, I could make another knife, I could make, whatever. There's a reason I made a fork today, because today is also Pi Day, March 14th. So I'm going to grab a latte 260, and then I had one here, a coffee 260. And the reason I say coffee 260 is because my favorite pie is pecan. Whoop, dropped it. There we go. So I'm going to do the dark top. But for the base of the pie, or the crust, we're going to, in this case, blow up our latte, leaving about 2 hands. Go ahead and tie that off. Then I'm only going to blow up the topper, about 3 hands total. All right, set that to the side here. Start with the crust one, in this case the latte. Do a pinch twist, and then a 6 finger or hand and a thumb bubble. Spin it around a few times. Make a matching bubble and pinch twist, but don't tie them together. We want to do a 3 finger bubble in the middle. Oops. I have let go. I'm going to retwist that. And then tie that 3 finger bubble into that initial pinch twist. And then we're going to come up and over what ends up being about a 5-6 finger bubble to make the back of our crust, the part that would have touched the pan. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and tear off and tie off there. All right. Then I'll take my topper. So this could be chocolate pie or it could be pecan pie. Like I said, pecan pie being my favorite. I'm going to tie in to one pinch twist, come down, and the bubble is going to be just a little bit shorter than the bottom bubble. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring it around that V to lock it back up. Again, just a little bit shorter than the bottom bubble. Wrap it into the pinch twist. And then to keep everything nice and tidy, I'm going to stretch out the air and go between the two pinch twists on the back. That just keeps everything upright. Tear off and tie off. And you've got either the nozzle of the filling or the original balloon there to tie into. And so now I have a little piece of pecan pie with my fork to celebrate Pie Day. Oh, but if your favorite is, apple, or like my daughter, key lime, or even cherry, the great thing about balloons is we can make pie for all of us. All right, as always, keep practicing, and I'll see you next time.